Welcome to Holistic Health Talk. I'm Mac. Today, I'm going to share 12 of my home remedies. This topic has been requested by a lot of people of me in the past. So finally, we're going to get to it. I'm going to cover the relevant, why you should use these, safety issues, also like how they can be used for first aid. And then I'll discuss details of each of the 12 home remedies that I have. The feel-good concoction. The feel-good concoction consists of two tablespoons of brewer's yeast, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoon of ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C, 2 tabs of B complex, and you mix that all together in your favorite juice or your favorite drink. Take the B vitamins, 2 of them, with that concoction. This basically makes it like a tonic to make you feel good. If you haven't been feeling well, you've been kind of run down or something like that, then this feel-good concoction would be best for that situation. B vitamins help feed the nervous system. They also feed the adrenals, to help get that energy up that you need, and keeps the body in pretty well balanced. I use B vitamins a lot, but what I do is get B complex. I use B complex because it have the whole array of B vitamins in there, and it's balanced. When you use B complex, it's well balanced. When I have to work out, or if I'm playing tennis or something like that, if I got my B vitamins in me, I'm not gonna get tired easy. I'm not gonna get tired quick, Eat a good, decent meal, take your multivitamin, and then that B complex, and I'm good to go. But when you put together this feel-good concoction with all these different things, ascorbic acid is the best form of vitamin C for the stomach. People that may have digestive issues and things of that sort, ascorbic acid is not going to upset your stomach or bother it. It's the least of all the vitamin C's may give you any kind of upset as far as the stomach or digestive system. Using this feel-good concoction is something that you can easily make up yourself. Won't have to go out maybe and buy some more expensive type of product like herbal formulas. Number 2, cold and flu. The cold and flu, this is a concoction that I got from, who was it? It was a guy in LA. He was a holistic practitioner. I believe his name was Tyreek. And this was in my early days when I was trying to find out about herbs, but I hadn't really found out yet, and I was learning and going to different seminars, and he told me about this cold and flu concoction. Basically what it does is flushes any kind of foreign matter or bacteria or viral stuff out of the body. It helps to flush it because you have 1/10 a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, half of a lemon you squeeze in that, 1 tablespoon of honey, and that's just for taste, and 16 to 20 ounces of medium hot water. You mix that together and drink that concoction. You can just sip it all day. Just sip a little bit of it all day. And man, I'm telling you, it will turn a lot of the basic colds and maybe not so serious flus for you. The cold and flu formula, it has some very good ingredients in it. If you don't know, cayenne pepper, it has a number of things. Most herbs have a number of things that they can do. Cayenne pepper is good for, it can stop bleeding. It can also stimulate circulation in the body, stimulate the blood to circulate more. I know a lot of people, sometimes I talk to some of my relatives and stuff, and they tell me about, man, I'm cold. I'm so cold. I be cold. And it might be in the summertime, just maybe at night. And they say their body, feel cold. They don't have a lot of heat, I guess, that their body generating. So I told them, maybe you need to take some herbs like ginger or cayenne, because ginger is one also will stir up that circulation. But that cayenne, you start taking just some capsules of cayenne, it's going to definitely stimulate circulation and you're not going to be feeling cold. Because I don't know if I ever hardly feel cold, in my body. And it's not even cold outside. So this concoction can help you deal with that. Mostly it's for if you get a cold or if you get a flu. Now, number 3, sore throat. Okay, now I talked earlier, I know about the apple cider vinegar, and that was during the days when I didn't know about different herbs and things like that. I definitely don't use the apple cider vinegar to gargle anymore. I use silver. This is a product that's on my website. I'll have this information down in the description for those watching on YouTube. My website will be in the description. But this silver is a special type of silver. It's called Aqua Soul. And 1 teaspoon is equivalent to 100 micrograms of pure silver. So all you need is 1 to 2 teaspoons of this silver. You mix it with just enough water to gargle with. And then what I usually do is gargle it at least for 1 or 2 minutes. Depends on the severity of your sore throat. I mean, even if you have laryngitis, because I've had laryngitis before and I gargle with this. If it's laryngitis, I would probably gargle for 2 minutes versus the 1 minute. And once you gargle that long, you can swallow this. It's safe and you can swallow it. It's not going to harm the body. In fact, it's going to kill more bacteria that's inside of the body while you're trying to get over this sore throat. Now, the only silver I recommend to do this with is the one on my website, because there's a lot of different silvers out there and some of them are toxic. So if you don't know or you're not sure, if this silver that you may get somewhere else is ingestible or not, you may want to take caution and don't, take it, because I've heard people of taking silver, some that are not ingestible, and it like turn them green or something. I mean, not their whole body or face, but like under their eye or something, or maybe on their hand, they will see like a greenish, color there. And, it also can be doing damaging things inside your body. So you want to make sure that you're only taking a silver that's ingestible. And most of them should say it on the bottle if it's ingestible or not. But definitely the one on my website, it is ingestible, and I use it all the time. So number 4, sore throat. I wanted to put 2 sore throats because I know the silver is like my punch, the one that just knocks them out. But what I used before I found out about the silver was licorice root. Licorice root used to be one of my favorite herbs. I used to love licorice root. Now, some of you all may know, and I know when I lived in Los Angeles before, I found out about licorice root. It looks just like a little branch of a tree. It's a little stick, maybe this long, almost like this pencil, let's say, but maybe just that long. And they have it broken up in these little pieces, and you can buy them in the store sometime. And what a lot of the people, when I lived in Los Angeles did, they stick it in their mouth and they'd be chewing on it. You see them chewing on this little like stick, that looks like a little branch from a tree. And I'm telling you, licorice root does so much for the body. One, especially for women, it helps to balance. It helps to balance your hormonal system. For a sore throat, it like really soothes in the throat and helps to heal it. So when you're drinking that licorice root over a period of maybe a few days, or maybe it might take a week or more, it just depends on the severity of the sore throat. Like I said, if it's throat or something like that, then it may take a little longer, than just a regular little sore throat. But get it chopped. You can go to the health food stores. This is where you're going to have to go to a specialty store or health food store, and they may have it chopped up, like at Sprouts or Whole Foods. And you can get it chopped up and get you a little bag of it. All you need is like 1/4 cup. And what I like to do is put mine in my coffee maker, especially if I'm dealing with something for a while. I'll make up a pot of it. You put 1/4 cup of that chopped up licorice root in that coffee pot. Of course, you're using a filter. And then 6 to 8 cups of water. Hey, turn that coffee pot on, you got your licorice root tea. And this thing, I'm telling you, maybe if you don't even have a sore throat, for people that use their voice a lot, like me when I'm speaking, public speakers, people that are radio or TV announcers, singers, especially. I know some of the singers and ministry, some of the pastors, sometimes I can hear when people have problems with their throat. Licorice root is something a singer or person that use their throat a lot should drink all the time. I mean, you should always have that readily available, because it's going to only help your throat and keep it in good condition where you can use it effectively. So let's move on to number 5, which is a get well cocktail. Now, this is the second one that I have on get well. This one I like. The first one I believe I got from a naturopath too, but this one actually, it was a naturopathic doctor who is a part of our company. I'm a distributor with Nature Sunshine. So this naturopath gave me a book they had. You know, it was a book she had written, and it had this get well cocktail in it. This one is very good. The reason I like this one is because it has some powerful ingredients. You put 1 scoop of coral calcium, and that's all of these are products you have to get off of my website, or you can get them somewhere else. But in order for this to work as well as I know it can, I would recommend it off my website. But trust, you can get it anywhere else if you want to buy it somewhere else. So 1 scoop of the coral calcium, 1 tablespoon of ionic minerals, 1 teaspoon of the liquid chlorophyll. Mix that up together. You can put it like in water, just plain water, or, if you want to put it in some kind of juice, you can do that too. But this is not going to taste bad, okay? Because the ionic minerals, they have something in it where the ionic minerals, taste really good. And the rest of these ingredients don't taste bad. The chlorophyll tastes minty, kind of minty when you drink chlorophyll alone. So you mix these together, and I'm telling you, this is the most powerful feel good or get well cocktail that I've seen around. You may be coming off of being sick. You may have gotten out the hospital or something like that, or you may just be down and, burn out from work. This is when you want to use this get well cocktail, because it's going to boost you back up and give you the energy and just kind of balance all of that stress that you're dealing with. The chlorophyll, let me talk about that a little bit. That is a powerful herbal product. Chlorophyll is like liquid sunshine, for plants. It supports our body on a molecular and a cellular level, because chlorophyll promotes intestinal and digestive and also immune health. You can put just the chlorophyll by itself in plain water. Sometimes I used to do this. I used to put a few drops of chlorophyll in like my water bottle that I used to take to work every day. And you can drink that all day. And what chlorophyll is really is a body deodorizer. It helps to deodorize the body. And I'm gonna tell you this, when you're using chlorophyll, it will take the stink off, okay? If I had to get in detail, when you have a bowel movement, and let me tell you, and you have those that really smell, if you're drinking chlorophyll, just the chlorophyll with a few drops in water, after a while, it's not gonna be any smell when you leave that bathroom. Let me tell you that. That's how powerful chlorophyll is. It also helps to boost your energy and your well-being. It's going to balance you out. All of these together, the ionic minerals. Minerals are the most important of all the nutrients for the body, because minerals feed in our system in different ways that no other nutrient can. When you're dealing with a lot of things and it's just things going wrong with you and you just don't feel good, a lot of times you are missing minerals. You are deficient in them. And I used to do assessments on people to find out specifically what minerals they were deficient in. And once you start taking these minerals that you're deficient in, boy, let me tell you, you would turn around 180. All of these together, man, are very powerful ingredients. And let's go to number 6. Headache. I used to have very bad headache. Unfortunately, at the time, I wasn't a holistic nutritionist, and I didn't know about herbs during that time. I used to have what they call vascular headache. They came from, I was in a few car accidents, and after that, I just had bad headaches. They had me on some serious prescription drugs too. I wouldn't recommend anybody take this stuff. I was on codeine number 3. I believe I was on Percocets, all of that for vascular headaches. And I mean, my head hurt all the time. 24 hours a day, my head used to hurt. But when I found out about herbs, thank you, I found out about peppermint. And peppermint, like most herbs, have probably 100 different things it does. You just sprinkle a few drops of peppermint in your hand, rub your hands together, and then take your forefingers and massage your temple area. Just massage it like that, rotating those fingers on the temple area with that peppermint there. The only thing you have to be careful with peppermint getting near the eyes, because it will make you tear. I mean, no big deal. I mean, you're going to be suffering from headaches. You're probably not going to worry much about tearing at the eye, but peppermint does that. It will make the eyes tear. So just be careful when you're using it to make sure you wash your hands, but it takes that headache away. And people that have sinus headaches and stuff, you can rub that peppermint in the sinus area around the nose and stuff like that. And it also helps with breathing and respiration. Let me just tell you a little quick incident that happened to me. I was driving with a friend one time. This was some years back. And actually, my friend was driving and we were on the highway. We were doing about 60, 65 miles an hour. All of a sudden, she started gasping for air and clenching her chest. And she had an inhaler. She pulled it out, but of course, I helped her pull the car over to the side of the road safely. And then she pulled out this inhaler and started squishing it. After about 3 or 4 squishes, it was empty and she was still suffering. I pulled out of my pocket a little bottle of peppermint oil, because you'll see, I'm surprised I thought I put it on here. It may be on another page, but you'll see how the product looks. So I pulled a little bottle out and I told her, I sprinkled some in her hand. I said, rub this on your chest, rub it in your chest and inhale it, cup it over your nose and inhale it. And she was having an asthma attack. And I didn't know she had asthma at the time. And that peppermint helped to stop that asthma attack. I mean, just rubbing it on the chest area where the lungs are, and then inhaling it, cupping your hands and inhaling it. And I'm telling you, that peppermint, emergency situation, you should, always have it with you, especially if you're asthmatic. It helps for headaches, but peppermint helps with a lot of other things. Like I say, it could be hundreds. I could do a whole seminar just on peppermint. It helps soothe the stomach, just like ginger. It also helps to keep your breath fresh. A lot of people like the little candy, the red and white little candy peppermint. I don't use those. I've been offered them a lot, but I tell them, no, I don't need it. I have actually the real thing, the real peppermint oil. And I'm telling you, when you put just a few drops in your mouth, it really, it's so intense. People around you can smell the peppermint. One of my other favorite herbs, number 7, and here's the peppermint bottle. Congestion. Man, you can use peppermint also for the cold and flu. Just take you about 4 to 6 ounces of warm water, or 4 to 8 ounces, anywhere in there. Take the peppermint and sprinkle a little on top, stir it up real good, and then drink it down, as steadily as you can. You don't want to take long to drink it. Just in a few minutes, you want to drink down that peppermint. And also remember, like I said, it have to be ingestible. There are a lot of oils or essential oils out there that are not ingestible. It have to say it on the bottle. If you get it off my website, of course, this peppermint is ingestible and you have no problem with it. You can swallow it, not a problem. It helps break up congestion. You have a cold or flu, when you drink this stuff, immediately you're gonna start feeling the effects of that peppermint, breaking up that congestion. Okay, asthma, I just talked about the asthma with the peppermint, but there's another concoction. And this is, you put a little Tabasco sauce in a spoon, a little lobelia extract, and squeeze a little bit of lemon in that same spoon. And if you have an asthma attack and you drink that solution, of course, hopefully somebody else will be making it for you. You drink that solution, it's gonna open up the respiratory organ in the lungs, because when you have an asthma attack, those respiratory organs are probably spasmed or, going through all kind of stress. And that Tabasco, almost like the cayenne, it'll help bring that circulation back and open up that respiratory organ where you're gonna be able to breathe easy. The lemon helps to soothe things in there, along with the lobelia. The lobelia is gonna work on that nervous system as far as calming you and calming actually the trauma that's going on inside of your lungs and your respiratory system. So let's go to number 9. Relax and relieve. Wow, relax and relieve. Now, lavender is one of my favorite essential oils. I've been doing a lot of aromatherapy lately. And when I say lately, it's probably been for the past year at least. I've gotten into a lot of aromatherapy and making a lot of different concoctions with different essential oils. And this is one of them, the relax and relieve. If you want to just have a nice soak in your tub because you had a hard day, you're all stressed out, you put your Epsom salt in there. You may want to put a cup or 2 in the bath of Epsom salt. I know a lot of people know about the Epsom salt, but if you get you some lavender and Roman chamomile and you sprinkle a few drops in that tub and stir it up, that's gonna help you relax even more, because lavender and Roman chamomile, they are really good for helping the body to relax. And a lot of times I use it with a scent ball, what we call. It's a little like a aromatherapy ball that you plug in. It has a plug on it. You plug it into the wall and it has this little strip that you put in there that the essential oils are sprinkled on top of, and it disperses it throughout your room. And right before I go to bed, I usually do that. I put the lavender and I have some other essential oils that I put on mine, of course, because I want the full effect, want to be able to get a nice, good, deep sleep. It's gonna take you to another level when you use the essential oils. You can, of course, get it on my website, but these essential oils, you can use anywhere. These are the ones for external use, and a lot of different companies sell them. All right, number 10, restore and relieve. Restore and relieve and revitalize your energy. This is a concoction that I learned a long time ago. This was when I was learning about different herbs, just starting to get into herbs. I used to use blackstrap molasses a lot. Just mixing 1 to 2 tablespoons of blackstrap molasses in 16 ounces of warm water. Stir it up good and drink it slowly. Just drink it slowly throughout the day or whatever. And this stuff can restore you and revitalize your energy like you wouldn't believe. Probably not as good as the B vitamins, because I know B vitamins are very powerful and I like them, but if you don't have any B vitamins on hand, this blackstrap molasses will get you there. You can buy blackstrap molasses at any grocery store. I'm sure they'll have them at health food stores, but they should have them at your regular grocery stores too, any of the chains. Restore and revitalize your energy. That blackstrap molasses also, it's loaded with different minerals in it. A lot of different minerals are in blackstrap molasses. So that's what makes it so effective. Number 11, diarrhea. Yep, I know a lot of us suffer with these different digestive and colon issues, and diarrhea is one of them. This is a concoction that I came up with. All you have to do is take a cucumber, eat a cucumber and half of a pint of non-fat yogurt. I recommend the non-fat yogurt because it don't have as much sugar, and you don't want to, be dealing with a lot of sugar when you're trying to rebuild the body or get the body back to working how it should. Also, of course, a lot of you may know yogurt have a lot of good bacteria. A lot of good bacteria is in yogurt. Also, anything that's fermented has good bacteria. Any fermented food like sauerkraut. Kimchi is one that I like a lot. That's a Korean delicacy, but I have a couple of dishes that I make, and I've gotten into eating kimchi for a while. So any food that's fermented though, like tempeh is fermented, so it have a lot of good bacteria. But for this situation, you want to try to get over it pretty quickly if your bowels are loose. So it's going to be easy. You may already have this in your refrigerator. And if you don't, you can easily go to the corner store or the nearest grocery store, pick up a cucumber, some non-fat yogurt, and I'm telling you, eat that cucumber, slice it up, however you have to do it. I usually eat it like back in the day when kids used to run around with those big pickles. I take my cucumber, just chomp on it like that, and then get that non-fat yogurt and start eating that. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna turn that situation around pretty quickly. So last but not least, number 12, relieve eye strain. Man, this is actually a whole seminar I've done on how to improve your eyesight. This is one of the exercises within that seminar that I have people do, is part of a whole regimen for improving eyesight. All you do is, and I do this every morning, blink your eyes real slow for 1 minute. You just blink real slow like that. And then after that 1 minute, and I use the timers, make sure I'm, using a timer and get everything down succinctly. Blink your eyes real fast, just as fast as you can. You blink your eyes real fast for 1 minute. And then you go to squeezing your eyes shut and open. You squeeze, shut, open, squeeze, open, squeeze, open for 1 minute. If you do this every morning, along with this though, I don't have this on the slide. It's like a cold and hot hydrotherapy routine I do, where I have a mask. Sometimes I have a mask that have that gel in it, and you can put it in the freezer. And then I would put that on my face for 1 minute. And then I have a warm one. Either you can heat up in a microwave. Sometimes when you go to the chiropractors or your doctor, they give you these different things to put on your neck or on your back, where you can put in the microwave and heat up. You can use those. Or you could just heat up some warm water. Make some water in a coffee pot. How I used to do it, I dip a rag in there, wear some rubber gloves because it'd be pretty hot. And I squeeze that rag out and I just lay it over my eyes for 1 minute. So this will help with eye strain and any little small problem. Also dry eyes. A lot of people use the different fluids that are out there. If you want to use them, go ahead. But this is a very easy and holistic way of getting your fluid back in your eye. If you have dry eyes, you do this every morning. I'm telling you, after a couple of weeks, maybe, or maybe after 1 week, because everybody's body is different. And then the severity of it, because a lot of times people that wear contacts, I know, have problem with dry eyes a lot. So you probably wouldn't want to do this with your contacts in. Take them out and do this exercise like when you wake up in the morning. I don't wear contacts, so I'm not sure if people sleep with them or not, but I would say take them out of your eyes, and then you can do the blinking exercises, and I'm telling you, it's gonna help lubricate your eyes. You're not gonna need the fluid, the eye solutions that they have in the store and all that. You're not gonna need them. This is a very good holistic way. So this is the end of all of my 12 remedies. I'm gonna get into the question and answer now. I just wanna briefly go over what I talked about. We talked about in the beginning, relevance of using home remedies. They're cost effective, they're simple to use. It's not rocket science. When you look at these different ingredients, you can probably remember them easy. Go to the store, pick them up, or just, get them out of your refrigerator, or they might be already in your home in the cabinet. Also, use some caution. Sometimes some of these ingredients, and I talked about the apple cider vinegar, using it straight, you have to be careful. You may want to use water with it. Is it kid safe? Is it pet safe? You got to use a little caution. Is it worth, the risk? I would always recommend talk to someone like myself or a practitioner who knows about these home remedies, so you don't have to take the risk and do something wrong that may harm you or your family. First aid, they're good for first aid. People that camp, different disasters that happen, hurricanes, earthquakes, things like that. You get cut, you get hurt or something, you can use these different home remedies for those situations. Have them in your first aid kit. In my first aid kit, you better know it, I have peppermint in there. I have a solution of cayenne pepper with water, which is good for heart attacks. And I know that wasn't on this seminar, but there is a book, and I'm gonna put this book, it's a book I'm gonna have in the description for those watching on YouTube that I contributed to. It have a whole list of my home remedies in that book.